radicals, like 3 rad 20 times 4 rad 2. You can reduce first or you can reduce at the end, and personally I reduce at the end. So I'm going to multiply first, and you could actually multiply the numbers in the front. 3 times 4 is 12, and multiply the numbers inside the radicals. 20 times 2 is 40, and now I'm going to reduce 12 rad 40. And so rad 40 reduces with a rad 4, rad 10, because 4 is the square factor, goes on the left circled, becomes a 2, times the 12 already out front, and 24 rad 10 is the answer. And I know rad 10 has no square factor, so it's in simplest radical form. 5 rad 2 squared, remember something squared is times itself, so it's really 5 rad 2 times 5 rad 2. Multiply the numbers out front, we get 25, the numbers in front, inside the radical, and we get 4. But radical 4 is a square radical, a rational radical, because 4 is a square number, so that's just 2. So 25 times 2 is just 50. And it kind of works out that way. When you square a radical, you get just kind of the number inside. See, you know, so we kind of square 5 and square rad 2, and 5 squared is 25, and rad 2 squared is 2, and multiply those to 50. Multiplying more complex radical terms like 3 plus rad 2 and 2 minus rad 2, so these are polynomials, we need to distribute here. And in this case, they're 2 binomials, so it's FOIL, really. And so multiply first, outside, inside, last. Let's see, we're going to get 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times negative rad 2 is negative 3 rad 2, right? 3 is just a number, and rad 2 is a radical. I can't multiply it to rad 6 because they're not both radicals, so it just becomes negative 3 rad 2. 2 rad 2 is positive 2 rad 2. And here we have a positive times a negative, so it's going to be negative, but rad 2 times rad 2 would be radical 4, which is just 2. When a radical is times itself or squared, you just get the number that's inside. And then combining like terms here. 6 and negative 2 are like terms. It's 4. Negative 3 rad 2 and positive 2 rad 2 are like radicals. It's negative 1 radical 2. 5 minus 2 rad 3 squared is 5 minus 2 rad 3 times 5 minus 2 rad 3. Something squared is times itself. We get 25. It's going to be minus 10 rad 3 minus 10 rad 3. And then negative times negative is positive. 2 rad 3 times 2 rad 3 would be 4 rad 9, which we know is just 3. So the whole thing is really just plus 12. And 25 in front of that, they combine to 37 minus 20 radical 3.